Hello, all, and welcome to Homebrew Buddies, a Dungeons and Dragons discussion podcast or stream. And we are going to be discussing anything from items to classes. And here is my long-term guest, Rico Lestraps. Hello, Rico.
Hey, how you doing, Addison?
Doing good. Alrighty, so to recap the last episode we discussed the magic pills, where they had the ability to raise your ability scores to 22, or if you failed your con saving throw, you would have your ability score lowered to 1. So we had the mighty Rico play a very cool rogue, Kenku rogue that had no wisdom at one point because he failed his check, and he went through the dungeons of illusions, but he survived, and we ruled that as a bit overpowered. So go check it out, see for yourself, you decide. But for today's episode, we're going to be talking the Snake Whip, which is a pretty cool thing I came up with, because a lot of times, sometimes you just want a cool whip. Like, a whip just seems like a cool weapon to have. But unfortunately, Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition specifically doesn't have the cool abilities that just a whip has. You know, it's just a D4 of damage. Like, it's okay. I mean, there's other better weapons you could have. But this Snake Whip, let's talk about the description of it. So this Snake Whip essentially is a whip that is also a snake. It is essentially kind of a bit of a familiar-like, but it is a magically enchanted whip that is a snake.
Wait, so you said it's familiar-like, so does it like operate the same way as a familiar, or?
A bit. So let's get into it, right? So this weapon will do 1d6 poisoning damage instead of your normal 1d4 slashing damage that you would get from a normal whip. What you get also from this Snake Whip is you get the ability to tame it in, so to speak. So every time you're going to be using it, you're going to have to do an animal handling check to see if it likes you. Every time. Unless you are attuned by it. If you are attuned to it, you're good, because you're friends with your snake. But if you're not, and you haven't conquered your snake friendship yet, it's going to be a DC 13 animal handling check for you. Mm-hmm. Awesome. So, as well, I mentioned that it's a bit like a familiar in a sense. So since it is a magically enchanted item, it doesn't have the cool effects that a normal familiar would have. It can grant you the help action, but only related to athletic or what's the other one? Athletic or acrobatics check.
Okay.
So, like, let's just say you have to make an athletics check or an acrobatics check. It will give you the help action, and you will get advantage on it.
Okay, that's cool. What other ways does it operate like a familiar? Like, does it take? I always get confused with familiars in combat. It's a weird rule set. So, in what ways does it follow those rules?
Understandable. It has its own turn, in essence. So, like, let's just say, for instance, you drop your whip. You can try to, let's just say you're attuned to it, right? If you're attuned to it, you can say, hey, come back to me, in whatever form, whether it's vocal, telepathic, whatever, and it will take its action of movement and slither its way back to you.
Scorpion.
So
Not Scorpion. Get over here. Scorpion.
Yeah. And so it's pretty cool. It can move back to you, but that's the only thing it's limited to. So in essence, it is kind of like a familiar, but it isn't as cool. I would rather have a familiar than this weapon, if that makes sense.
can you have it attack on its own like a familiar? Like, can it like bite things or?
It cannot.
Oh, okay. So it can move on its own.
Yes, but it cannot attack on its own because it is a weapon.
Okay. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. So that being a big difference, I would say, from familiars. So let's talk. Let's talk our predictions up and see. Do we think it's going to be overpowered, underpowered, or just right? What do you think, Rico?
I think this one sounds. I don't know. I think it might be just right this time. This time I'm feeling just right because it's slightly stronger than a whip, but not a lot, right? D6 is just a slight, slight bump. You have a little more damage potentially, but then that's also balanced out with the animal handling check, which isn't a high one, but I think that's a good number. It's more than 10. It's more than half. So, I think it is just right. What do you think?
I think I would agree. It would also be just right. I haven't been able to playtest this myself, so I'm very interested to see how well does it do. Especially since a whip necessarily isn't a whip isn't a main weapon. It really isn't, because you got your great sword.
Never.
Yeah, there's no need to have it, but it's a good second weapon, definitely, if you think about it, right? Because in a way, daggers are I might say, are a bit better than whips, because you could throw them. You have your 20, 60 feet, right? But if you have multiple attacks, you only have so many daggers. When you have to go get them, it's a whole thing. But if you have your whip, you can just whip it out every time.
It's also a pain for the DM to keep track, because I'm always like, no, I'm going to hold you. You're throwing those daggers. They're over there. But now,
they're somewhere.
Daggers in a corner.
Yeah. And so there's advantages and disadvantages for whips and anything. But I think this definitely will play as a good secondary weapon for people.
Is it the 10-foot range?
It will be a 10-foot range.
Or 10 foot? Okay, cool.
Yes.
Well.
So, without further ado,
complicated, so
yeah, let's get into the gameplay. Let's see how it plays. Okay.
Okay. So alrighty. Today I have a mountain dwarf fighter who is level 5. He's a champion. His name is Gustus Brickbrow. He actually doesn't like the dark very much, which is pretty antithetical for a dwarf. But because he spent so much time in port towns, he's kind of likes that atmosphere a bit more. I also didn't want to choose a normal weapon, so I went with the Morning Star as his primary weapon. Just because why not? I always do long sword or rapier. I'm such a basic bitch, so figured change it up a little bit and do.
This is the place.
Something a little different.
Yeah, exactly, see how you like it. Yeah. Alrighty.
Ready. Where we go?
What was your name again? Augustus?
Gustus.
Just
Gustus.
All right.
Gustus.
Yeah. All right, Gustus. So we'll set the scene where Gustus knows of an ancient cave, an ancient temple hidden within a cave of the Yuan-Ti purebloods, a place worshipped by the snake gods and the snake people. And you only know this place because of a special gift you got, but you don't really know what it is. It looks like a whip, but it looks like an ornate snake whip? Interesting. Definitely. So you take your whip.
Before we go, do I?
You will not. Actually, you know what? So, I totally forgot. The attunement requirements for this is you have to pass a 3 animal handlers check within a short or long rest, right? So if you pass it within So you roll your 3 dice and you pass it. Great, you're attuned to it. If you don't, you have to wait for your next short or long rest.
Okay, so here we go. Moment of truth, right?
Okay, roll it.
And I drop my whole box as I roll. That didn't work. One more try. Okay. 18.
Okay, pass.
22.
Pass.
And 16.
Pass. Awesome. Great.
Those are the only rolls above 10 I'll probably get on.
Oh, yes. So, reminder, that DC is just a 13. That DC check is just a 13. 13 animals handle check. Easy boo peasy. And you are now attuned to the snake whip. It is now your friend. You open this crate, and as soon as you do, the tip of the whip raises forward and raises his head, and it sees you, and it and tries to strike at you. But you seeing this and having this weird, odd sense of, I want to be its friend. You take the time to earn its respect.
Oh, yes.
And eventually, with patience and time, while you're traveling to the cave of the snake temple, it eventually becomes friends with you. And right as you get to it, the snake curls up your arm and around your neck like a really gauche snake scarf.
Ooh, classy.
It is pretty dope. All right. So as you come to the mouth of this cave, what would you like to do, Rico?
I think so. First, I'm gonna look around. This is gonna inspect to make sure that there's no other entrances to the cave. That's the only one that go in and out. So.
Yeah, roll an investigation check. Roll an investigation.
Okay.
Investigation.
12.
I want the whole audience to know my DC checks generally for this show are going to always be 13. Because I just like that number. It's a good number. It's not too hard to pass, not too easy to pass, but Rico somehow always doesn't pass it. So Gustus does not notice any other entrance to this cave or to this temple for where he's going. So he just sees the entrance of the cave. That's all you got.
All right. I think it's dark as hell in there. He hates the dark. He's not gonna light a torch because he's not stupid. I guess I'm gonna kind of inspect the entrance a little bit, make sure he doesn't see anything in there, and then if it looks clear, start entering. But first, I'm gonna check for any motion or traps, just kind of the immediate entrance area.
Okay. Yeah. Roll an investigation check.
Investigation. Damn it. 14.
Nice. You passed it. Great. As you inspect this mouth of the cave to see if there's any traps, any weird markings, the only thing you notice, or Augustus notices, is a weird serpent mark. And it's on a stalactite. Like, that's a stalactite, right? The ones that go down.
Tight to the ceiling,
from the ceiling.
is what my partner taught me. Yes,
Tight?
Stalactites are tight to the ceiling.
Okay,
right,
yes, you get it from a stalactite.
Stalactites are tight to the ceiling, right? Yes, I got it right.
Nice. Okay, great. Cool. From one of the stalactites from the ceiling, you see a weird snake symbol, but that's all you see.
Is it like an engraving, engraved into the stalactite?
Yes.
Like if I were to take my whip and could I whip it exactly into that area and have it go into those curves, the exact curves of the...
You could try. You want to try?
Yeah, I'm gonna take my whip off and I'm gonna aim. How high up is it? Is it pretty close, or is it
You can get it with your whip.
Throw my whip. Okay.
You will get it with your whip.
Take the whip and just...
Okay, roll it.
Okay, what am I rolling? Acrobatics?
Yep,
Athletics?
acrobatics.
Oh, I should have said athletics first. Oh boy, I need better modifier. Ooh, 5. It begins, folks. It begins.
You can use your whip for advantage if you want.
Advantage?
You can get advantage because of your whip with the acrobatics.
Okay. Yes. 10.
Ooh. You're still getting used to Gustus is still getting used to this whip and how it handles, and there's still a bit of intimidation from it because it's a snake. It's kind of scary, and as he tries to whip the symbol into place, all of a sudden the snake doesn't get it. It doesn't hit.
Addison,
it doesn't hit.
Why does it have to be snakes? Why does it always have to be snakes?
Because snakes are dope.
They're okay. Okay, so he tried. He's gonna blame his stubby little legs, and then I think I'm gonna think a crossbow might dislodge it. Maybe he's gonna try to shoot it and see if he can knock the stalactite down with his crossbow.
Okay, go for it.
Okay. He's not the brightest in the
this one will be just a DC 10.
Okay, good. So I rolled a 10.
Oh, great.
Plus 5.
As you go and you hit this stalactite, immediately this symbol turns red. Do a dex check.
Oh, a check or a saving throw?
Ooh, oh, no, a dex saving throw.
Oh, okay.
Or, if you want, you could do an acrobatics with your whip.
It's all the same.
Okay.
For poor Gustus. That's a 12.
Doesn't pass the 13 check.
Nope. So I die instantly. A horrid death.
Almost. As you see your crossbow hit this symbol and it starts to glow with a fiery red, the floor beneath you drops like. Whoop.
I knew the floor was lava.
And Gustus slowly goes down his descent, and as he's falling, he finds himself into like a weird curvy slide. That's how it feels like that of kind of a snake. Okay, so how this is going to work is you're going to have to roll acrobatics checks because there will be obstacles and on this slide, and you'll have to use your whip to get out of the out of the way of the obstacles.
You know, I had a feeling that I should have prepped a more dexterous character, but I was like, no, it'll be fun. It'll be cute to have my dwarf with a dexterity of 10 do this. Totally.
Okay. So there will be 3 rounds of the obstacles. Ready. But if you do not pass it, bad things will happen. So
wrong lever.
As Gustus is flowing down this snaky slide, he comes across stalactites or stalagmites. Is that the one in the ground? Yeah, so stalagmites are in the ground, spaced out everywhere. Oh, and Rico got himself a 16. So boom, 16. You passed it. So Gustus takes out his whip and he whips one of the stalagmites and he yanks himself out of the way, and he does one of those cool loop-de-loops where he's like, ooh, and he loops to loop himself out of the way. All right, next roll, my friend.
Oh, no. 8.
This is my favorite one. As Gustus is sliding down, continuously going faster and faster down this snake slide, there seems to be vines hanging down from the ceiling.
No, it's more snakes, you son.
It is more snakes. Roll a d6 of damage. It will be poison damage.
Oh, I hate when you make me roll four.
Nice.
4 points of damage for Gustus.
Gustus isn't able to swing himself out of the way of the snakes, and he finds himself tethered in more snakes as they bite down on him, and he can't tell what's his whip and what's snakes, and they just are everywhere. But as he slides down, the snakes slither off of him. And now roll your last one. Let's see what you get.
Here we go. Luck be a lady tonight. Oh, 11. I quoted a musical, and it gave me a different musical punchline.
Yes.
Thanks, musical theater. This is why Broadway's dead.
For now, it is.
Rest in peace. Pour one out.
Rest in peace.
Sorry.
Excuse me. Right as Gustus is sliding down even more, just thinking about those snakes, he was not fast enough to realize that the end of the slide is right in front of him, and he crashes into a wall. Roll a d4 of damage.
D4? Okay, that's not too bad. 2 points.
2 points? 2 points of force damage, my friend.
Ouch. That's painful. It's okay. He's been through worse. He's a tough cookie.
Good. I'm glad. He should be.
Slowly stand up.
Because he'll need it.
All right. Yeah,
so.
Goose just gonna look around.
Do you want to do a perception check?
Please.
Yeah, go for it.
I at least have a +1 in that.
Yes, go for it.
12.
That's okay. You just see it's just a cave, and you see the wall in front of you, and to the left and to the right of it, there was a hole where you could have swung in and would have been super dope to see. So you just see you see 2 holes, one in the left, one in the right. Which hole would you like to go into?
I'm going to... First, he's going to start listening to the ground, or like checking for footprints or slither marks. Do I know why I'm going to this cave? Is there a reason, or just that the note said to come?
Yes, there is a reason. The note that you got and the box you got is from your friend, Professor August. And the note, and the note replied, "Quick, Gustus, I need your help. Find me in the Snake Temple." And gave you a map. So you're looking for your friend, August.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna like search, look for his footprints, but is August why am I assuming August is a he? Are they a bipedal kind of person, or?
They are. Professor August, he is a dwarf professor, just like you. But he is very wimpy.
Okay.
Because he likes books.
Oh, God. Yeah, he's kind of like the runt of the clan. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna like look for his footprints / any marks of danger around.
Okay. Do an investigation check.
Yeah. Oh, can I survival?
Oh yeah, survival will work.
Okay, cool, go, because that is a better one for me. Not that it matters. 8 + 4 is still not high enough.
12. Ooh. For this one, I will give this to you, my friend. I will give this to you just because we're just playtesting. Gustus finds weird. They aren't necessarily track marks.
Okay.
But they aren't necessarily slither marks. But there's some sort of print in the ground, and it goes to the right.
The right? Okay, I think
to the right.
To then cautiously start walking down the left path.
The left path? Oh my.
Because his mindset is, if I walk straight in with this clunky armor, they're going to hear me from a mile away. But if I go the other way, maybe it'll circle around. He's not smart, y'all. His intelligence is 10. I'm just playing the character.
So, so you go into the left path. Roll a dex saving throw.
No, with the 10. Okay, boy. I already said it. 15.
15. Perfect. You pass. I am so glad because
oh god.
As you go into the left path, it is a steep slide down, and Gustus is able to see a stalactite up on the ceiling and uses their whip to grab it and fly past the pit full of snakes that they would have fell in. So
awesome.
As Gustus comes in, and they look back and they see that the two paths converge into one.
Okay, yep. And
so one was a trap path.
Son of a bitch. He's actually gonna walk up that path just to make sure, and once he gets back to the top, he's gonna sigh very dejectedly, turn around, and go back.
That is exactly what happens. That is canonically what happens in this mini adventure. There's actually like an escalator on the right path. It's like a medieval escalator that makes walking easier, so you didn't have to do any work.
All with elevator music playing in and everything.
Yeah, it's really nonchalant. It's very out of place for a weird snake dungeon kind of a thing. But oh well, he chose the wrong path.
You know,
So as Gustus goes, continues down the path. Eventually, he sees a weird bright light. But it's not... Actually, no, do a perception check on it. See what you get.
Okay. I love doing these. Okay. 4. 5 total, if you add my glorious +1. He has the most average of average stats, y'all. I need to get the extension going so y'all can see them.
That'd be cool. Wait for us on that, friends, because that'll be a cool day. Anyway, so Gustus, how mediocre these stats are.
So mediocre. It's okay.
So as Gustus goes and he sees the light, he just sees a light, and it's kind of confusing, and he starts to walk closer to it, and as he walks closer, he can tell that the light moved. It kind of moved as if it disappeared and reappeared somewhere else.
Have I ever seen anything like this before?
Ooh, you know what? Do a history check.
Yeah. Never even seen a light before.
Nope. He is unaware.
I hate caves. I hate the dark.
Unaware of what this light weird thing could be, he plods on and just keeps walking. But now, can you what?
Shoot at them? Can I? Okay. I kind of. So the light disappeared and reappeared somewhere else, right? Mm-hmm. He's going to draw his crossbow, turn, and speak in Dwarvish, and say to step forward or get shot.
And get the strap or get clapped. It. You know what? Let me see. Let me see if it understands.
Soldier training kind of came in. Yeah, dwarvish.
Ooh, that's
either that or common. That's all I got.
Nothing happens. Nothing steps in front of you.
Okay. He's gonna just stand and watch it for a second. I think he's gonna keep his eyes right. He used to be a soldier, right? Like normally he works at the port. He's a port guard, so like he has that whole like stand at the ready until the threat comes out kind of mentality.
Sure.
So he's just like taking a few steps backward, very slowly, not trying to. He will not get surprised. He refuses to be surprised.
Perfect. Okay. Then I want you to roll a perception check for me real fast. And I will roll as well.
3 plus 1 is a 4. Please tell me you rolled worse than a 4.
A crit.
Oh my. It's okay, you know what? This just means new player table. I'm going to be rolling nat 20s the whole time. I'm going to kill our whole new player table. Tune in Saturday. Watch me do a whole TPK on a bunch of new players.
Watch Rico. Yeah, watch Rico crit on some people. All right. So, as you notice that the light vanishes and it doesn't pop up.
Okay.
But
he's gonna run. He's oh no. Okay, sorry. Go. I don't have time. I bet.
You don't have time. But you hear a weird sound behind you, like. And as you turn around, you see a snake, a big snake, but it has. It's like an anglerfish. It's like an anglerfish snake.
Okay.
Where the top of its head has a weird light on top of it.
That's kind of cool. Did you homebrew this?
And the snake is. I did come up with this monster.
2 things on today's homebrew.
Yes, two things. I call it the midnight snake because it is a pitch black, medium size or medium to large size snake that is pitch black. It has really good stealth and it has that light. So there you go. Cool. That's a freebie for you here on Homebrew Buddies. Midnight snake.
Yeah, it's 2 for 1 today.
2 for 1. And so it's gonna strike at you, and let's see what you get.
No.
I got a 19.
Okay, that's gonna hit.
Yes, that will hit. So let's do some damage.
No, somehow I've managed to survive each one of these, but this might be the first. This might be the one.
This might be the one. I'm just gonna take 10 damage because it would normally roll 2d6 damage plus the modifier, but I'm just gonna take a 10.
Okay.
Because the modifier is 5.
10 points of damage.
Correct. You lose 10 points of damage.
Damn.
And now let's get into initiative.
You'll never believe what my initiative modifier is. I rolled a 12.
That's okay. Because this midnight snake, this snake got a 10, but it has a -1 to Dex.
Yes.
So you're lucky. You get Gustus gets to go first.
Awesome. My mic is slowly falling. Hold on. Gustus, how far away is it?
It is right up on you. So like if Gustus was it's in melee attack range. That's what it is.
I think I'm going to toss. I'm gonna clunkily grab my Morning Star with my offhand because I already have the whip in my on hand. It's kind of like there. Okay. And I'm gonna try to whack it with my Morning Star and then try to smack it afterward with the whip, like knock it back.
Okay. Yeah, roll for it.
Yeah. Okay, so the first one, this is for the Morning Star. That was a 14.
Perfect. It hits.
Yes, okay, good. And now what? Oh, it's going to be my normal... Yes, I'm proficient in whips, because I'm a fighter. That's going to be a 16.
Hits.
Cool. So the Morning Star first is a 1d8. So let me roll that. 7 plus 3, so 10 points of damage with the Morning Star. And then you said the whip is a d6 of poison?
Correct.
Oh, wait, it's only 1d8, not plus 3, so 7. Sorry, that was my offhand, so you don't get the plus 3.
You're all good.
My bad.
7. Okay.
The on hand with the whip is 2 plus 3, so 5.
Great. So 12 points of damage.
Yeah.
So Gustus comes up to the snake and with his offhand strikes down right on its head. And he whips it back, and the snake rears back, afraid of this weird snake that's attacking it. And that is
it again, because I have an extra attack. I'm level 5. I forgot. I have an extra
attack. Oh, great. Okay, cool.
Oh, let me also fix something. I just said I don't have my shield on, so my AC is a lie on the game. I'll fix it. You still got me the first time. That was a 13 plus 6. So that's gonna hit.
That's gonna hit.
I'm gonna snake him again. Snaky. 1 plus 3, so 4 points of damage. 4 more points of damage.
Perfect. All right.
That's no shit.
And you whip this midnight snake back, and it keeps moving progressively back and back. It's as if this weird snake whip actually has some sort of weird power over this midnight snake. You will want to do let's do an Arcana check when you have Rico.
Arcana, right?
Arcana.
Okay, that wasn't bad. 11 plus... nothing. 11.
Let's do it with advantage because you're tuned with the snake. The snake whip.
You know, I think he would see that, and regardless, even if you couldn't catch on, he would still keep pressing and advancing. That was a 12, so thank you for the advantage. I appreciate it, and I said, no thank you.
Yes. Yes. That is okay. So the midnight snake is rearing back and just creeping back. But do you okay, so this is important. Does Gustus currently have the whip in their hand right now?
Yes. Main hand whip, offhand mace.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then the snake is going to take a stealth action. Okay, so roll perception to see if you will find it.
Can I use my passive? I rolled a 10 plus 1, so I'm 11.
That's okay. It had a 2. It had a 2, and the snake's stealth is plus 5, so it's a 7. So you know where the snake is. So the snake tries to get out of its way and tries to hide between some stalagmites, but you can still see it. It is a good sized snake. It would be about, it is, I would say it's a medium to large sized creature. Okay. So it is fairly big.
Okay. So I see it still.
Yes, so that was its turn, is the whole stealth action.
I think I just kind of smirk. And I'm gonna... It's still in melee range of me, right? It never left.
It left.
Oh.
It left.
Can I get my attack of opportunity real quick?
Yes, you can, because you rolled good and you knew where it was. So yes, you can.
I sure missed. That was a 4 plus 6.
What were you hitting it with?
I was trying to hit it. So the way I kind of think, my logic is it would be the whip. Not because I want to use the whip, but because the whip is in my main hand, and a reaction, in my opinion, would be a main hand thing for the most part, right? We usually would react quickly with our dominant hand, so the whip.
Okay, then since it is with the whip, do it with advantage.
Yes. 12 total. 6 plus 6.
Doesn't hit.
It's okay. It's okay. Again, this is what I get. I've been DMing a lot, which means like there's a lot of player anger going my way. So this is it all coming into fruition, right?
Yes, it's karma.
It's okay. I accept it.
All right. So, okay. So, are you going to take your turn?
Now,
are you going to fight it, or are you gonna?
How's it looking from my first hit? Is it looking like it's pretty rough?
You know what? Do a perception check on it. See.
Yeah. Well, I just threw my die away, but I rolled a 10.
You don't know. It's too black. Like it is too. It flew. It is still within your dash range.
I am going to take my crossbow out. I'll drop the whip. I'm gonna drop the whip.
Okay.
And I'm gonna put my Morning Star away, and I'm gonna pull my crossbow out, and I'm gonna fire my crossbow at it, and then I'm gonna book it the fuck away.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, because have I figured out the whip is powerful? Like, do I know it would follow me? Because I know we talked about it. I don't know that yet.
Nope.
Okay, I wouldn't drop the whip then. I would wrap it. I would whip it in a way so it would wrap around my arm a little bit, so it would kind of lasso around myself.
Yeah.
And then, boom, like I do a quick little choo choo choo, pull the crossbow, and fire.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna run the fuck away. Sorry, my language. 10 with my crossbow.
Doesn't hit. Gustus goes and takes the crossbow out, shoots it, and it hits a stalactite as it's slithering in between it.
You know what? I'm gonna take my action surge, and I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna fire again and then I'm gonna run. I'll do 2 shots, and then I'm gonna run.
Okay.
Oh wait, I have an extra attack. I always forget.
Yes.
The extra attack also counts for ranged weapons. So my second hit was a nat 20.
Nice.
Yes.
First crit of the show.
But I wish that was with the
Arcana check.
Oh, anyways, how do you want me to do it? Do you want me to roll twice or roll once and double?
Roll twice.
How do you do your crits? Okay, cool.
I like to roll twice.
Me too. That was a 7 plus nothing. So 7.
Okay.
It's not bad.
No, it's not.
And then, I think I'm still going to take my action surge, roll one more crossbow, fire it again, and then...
Do it. Okay.
It's just not in the mood for this creature. I'd rather injure it as much as I can. That was a 9 plus 5, so 14.
Oh, perfect. Hits.
Yes! Is that the DC?
It's 14. Its armor class is 14.
Points of damage.
Oh, nice.
6 points of damage.
Plus 6. 29.
Hey, babe,
okay.
I need a new D20 because this one's rolling poorly.
Dice people, sponsor us. Give us free stuff.
Yeah, right.
All right, so...
those who are watching, thanks for watching. And if you have any dice, share what kind of companies you like. We'd like to know.
Yeah.
Feel free to share in the chat. Ooh, more dice. Yes. Okay, I'm getting his now. This is his... So, I had my Saint color one, right? And now I have his purple and blue one.
Nice.
Okay. Sorry, distracted.
You're all good. Okay, so you're running away now? You're using your movement to run away?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Do you have your whip still on you?
Yeah, I wrapped it around my my arm.
Okay. So what it is going to do, it is going. Okay. So right now you're in a bit of like this weird circle-ish cave. The path led you into this weird circle-ish cave surrounded with stalagmites, and so to the front of you is a green light. To the left of you is a red light.
So I'm in a circular room. There's no
Yes.
pathway that I can see.
Correct.
Okay.
It is just a red light, a green light, and red light. So to make this easier, at your 12 o'clock is the green light, and to your 10 o'clock is the red light.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what I was picturing. I love that you used the clock. That's like right where it was. Should I? I think I'm gonna do a quick listen to see if the snake is following me first.
Okay. Roll a perception.
Okay. Let's see if the new one works for me. Come on. Changing the die. Give me good powers. A 3 plus 1 is definitely not going to be good enough.
You think you're all good. You think you scared it. It's like not following you. Why would it? You shot it. You heard it. You hit it. You whipped it.
It's scared. Okay.
Yeah, so you can take your time. You can take your time and pick whichever path you want.
All right. I'm feeling real confident, but I am going to... I think because I know I saw it react to the whip, I'm going to, unfurl it and put it down on the ground next to me. Kind of near the path that I came from, so it's there. And then I'm going to turn back and inspect these lights a bit more. Crossbow ready, but I'm gonna kind of look and see if they're flickering or changing colors at all.
For this to happen, you will have to be within 10 feet to check out the light. So which one do you check out? Even with your dark vision, you will.
Oh, okay. I am going to creepy crawl my way forward, and I'm gonna check the green light first.
Okay, perfect.
Oh no!
Does a 13 plus 5? Does a 18 hit you?
It does now that I don't have a shield.
Ooh. Gustus finds himself going towards the light, and he realizes all of a sudden that this light he's seeing, the green light, is the same light he first saw. It was a green light.
It was the same one?
It was the same one. If you scored good on your perception check, you'd see it's a green light, but you didn't. And so it will do... Oh, I'm just going to do 10 damage. That's 10 damage to you.
I'm going to have a character at level 10 next time.
Next time we'll do a high-level weapon, a high-level item, or something.
Oh, God. Okay, it's fine. I'm doing okay. Okay, it's the exact same thing, right?
Yep, it is the exact same light. So as this happens,
I realize...
he slinks away into the darkness.
I'm swinging. I'm firing. I'm releasing the crossbow as my reaction.
As your reaction? Okay, cool. Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
Roll for it.
That son of a bitch. How dare he?
It's tricky.
I broke my box again. Didn't count. plus 5, 13. Not gonna
Don't
do
hit.
it.
Don't hit. Right? Because you're so mad by this attack that the snake has been doing. You fire into the darkness randomly, and it just hits another stalagmite. And it is now your turn. Oh, no, that was your turn because you went up front, right?
Well, I went to inspect that.
Yes.
I went to go inspect that green light, yeah.
Okay, so
it bit me. Well, I thought we were out of combat. Are we still in combat?
We are still in combat.
Okay. Oh, damn it. So then I think it would be my turn, right? Because I ran away, then I inspected, and then it bit me and slinked off, and I reacted.
Yes. Yes. So wait, so hold on. So you used your reaction because before you did this, you attacked, and then you used your movement, and then I gave you a free action to inspect the light. The snake used its reaction
and then
to sneak attack you, and it used a bonus action to slink off. So it still has its attack. So what it's gonna do? It's not gonna attack. Not this turn. It'll be your turn next, my friend. By the way, you still see the red light. You're still aware of it.
Do I still see the green light?
You do not see the green light.
Okay. I think he's going to first turn around and just take a second to catch his breath and focus, aka second wind. Cool. I healed by 11. I was planning on taking a short rest right here, by the way, and you ruined that for me.
I'm glad. I never said we were out of combat. You just thought it.
I know. I assumed. Never assume.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go just fire it. I think I'm going to. I'm gonna run back to where I put my whip down. I'm gonna pick it up and I'm gonna throw the whip at the red light.
Okay. Do an athletics check and do it with advantage. Wait, are you whipping it or are you just throwing it?
Is it close enough for me to whip from where I am?
Let's just say with your movement, yes, it will be.
Okay. So I got my little dwarfy leg, so I never know. It was 16 plus 6. So.
Oh, so you whip it?
I'm whipping it, yeah.
Okay, so as you whip it, the light turns off. It was like a light, and it fell off from the top to the bottom. It's like an item. You'd have to go up to it to see if there was anything else about it.
I will inspect that now. First, I'm gonna look around to see if that green little fucker's back.
He's not.
Making me angry. He's
not.
Okay, can I take a short rest? Oh, no. I'm gonna inspect this thing. I'm gonna inspect this thing first. I'm gonna look a little closer. Make sure everything looks fine.
Okay. Yeah. It is just a light. I was truthful. It is just a light. It's like a magical imbued torch of red light.
Cool. I'm gonna pick that up and try
to
turn it on.
Yeah,
no,
sure.
I don't need it. I have dark vision. I'm fine.
Okay.
But I'll still pick it up. I'll hold on to it, but I'm not gonna waste my time trying to light it or anything.
Okay. Oh, it's still lit. It's magically lit. It didn't go out. It just moved down to the ground. You know what I'm saying? When you whipped it, it went from its holder to the ground.
I'm gonna pick it up.
Okay, so you have this torch.
I don't know.
Great. I'm so glad you have that torch. Because it is.
So that's in.
Yes. So.
Next time I put my morning star away. And
now you are out of combat.
My whip.
Now you are out of combat. All right. So you walk.
Was there?
There's a path. Yeah. There's a path down there that you can go, and you can walk down it. And as you do,
carry on.
Yes, and as you go down, you see all of a sudden roll a perception check. Roll a perception check. See if you hear this.
Let's do the other time. Natural 20 plus 1.
Nice.
21.
Nice. You hear without a shadow of a doubt, you heard Professor August's voice. Oh, please, please. I don't know anything else about the whip. I just know it's magical. All right, please, stop torturing me.
I'm gonna.
And you hear another person. Listen here, you. You will tell us everything you know, and if you don't, you shall die.
Crossbow is out. He's gonna start slowly sneaking his way up, trying to get a good view on what's going on.
Okay, roll a stealth check.
With disadvantage because of my armor. This is when that nat 20 would have been better.
Useful.
Oh, that's an 18.
Great. Perfect.
And 16. Hey.
Perfect.
Not bad. Yeah.
Perfect. You pass. They are unaware of what's going on.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna sneak up. I'm gonna keep on sneaking. I'm actually, once I notice that he's totally preoccupied, I'm just gonna put the crossbow back and slowly grab the whip back out and sneak up so that I'm close enough to whip that other person right around the neck.
Oh, okay. Roll an attack roll.
I'm assuming they're a Yuan-Ti pureblood, right?
They are Yuan-Ti pureblood.
Okay. Yeah, so he's just gonna sneak up and try to get him so that I can go, you mean this whip?
Oh, that's pretty intense.
That was a critical fail.
No! Okay, then I'm gonna roll for something really cool right now. Ooh, I also got a crit fail. Well, originally...
The critical fail show.
Yeah. Originally what was going to be cool is as Gustus whips the Yuan-Ti, he was originally going to grab the whip and be like, you don't know its power. But that does not happen. Both our cool things fail. And so Gustus goes and it hits his head and the Yuan-Ti looks shocked and he says, I need to go. And he picks up Professor August and runs off. And you hear Professor August, please, Gustus, save me, please. They dash off.
Let us sigh, pull the crossbow out, fire and run.
Gonna shoot it? Shoot him.
Yeah, I gotta shoot at
Ooh.
the snake.
Let's roll for initiative real fast. See who is the faster.
My box keeps falling on me. That was a 5, so...
Hey, lucky. They got a 4.
Oh, awesome.
You get to go first.
So, yeah.
How lucky.
I rolled a 19.
Oh, perfect. Hits.
Yes.
Hits.
Okay, perfect. So I'm going to shoot him right in the back of this slinky body. That was 6 points of damage.
Okay, perfect.
And he's gonna quickly, try to reload it. Can you do crossbows twice in a turn? It's a loading weapon.
We're gonna say for this purposes, yes.
It's homebrew, so of course you can. Woo!
Yes.
Awesome. 18 plus 5, so 23.
Oh, nice. Hits.
Second one. That's 6 more points of damage, so 12 points of damage as I just...
Nice.
Fire 2 bolts into his back.
Yuan-Ti. He turns back to him and says, you don't know the power of Fna. And he goes back to jog. And, let's try this bad boy out. He's going to use his action. He pulls an amulet out. It is a weird black gold amulet on his chest with a brilliant green, the greenest sapphire you've ever seen. And he pulls it out.
Another homebrew item?
This is just an item to control the snake, the midnight snake. That's what it is. I mean, you could say it's like a snake charm. It is the snake charm. I've just made this. We'll test it. He uses his action and he calls forth the snake. And as he's running, you see the black snake with blood on its head and on its part of its body, and it rides in front of the Yuan-Ti. And the Yuan-Ti gets on top of it, and they slither into the darkness.
Should have killed that snake.
You should have killed the snake.
My friend's dead. That's fine.
Your friend is dead. You did not save the people, and that is where we will be ending.
Yeah,
it's right
Goose
there.
Just wouldn't give up. Goose just would keep. Actually, hold on. Before we end, can I at least make a survival check to see if I can follow the trail?
Actually, yes. By all means, go for it.
Let's see if
DC 13.
have like a potentially happy ending, or a cliffhanger of sorts. Where are my skills? Hold on, I'm hitting all the wrong buttons on my computer. Okay, here we go. This is one that I happen to be proficient in, so let's see how this goes.
Big numbers. Home.
Goodbye, friend.
Oh no! All you hear as the snake travels off, Gustus, please don't let them take the whip. And they are gone.
It's mine now. And then he's gonna just turn around and walk away.
All right.
Turn and walk away.
So that was our gameplay.
Nice,
let's talk about it. Do we like it? How did you like it?
I do. I liked it. I felt like I didn't have the time to maybe use it as much as it probably could have been. Like, you made it very useful in the dungeon, which was really cool. So I can see its applications. Like, I think that was a great demo of the item. I think I'm gonna change my mind and say underpowered.
Oh,
I think
really?
Maybe do a little more. Either have more potential in terms of like when it's maybe because I didn't know what I could do with it when it was free, but I kind of felt like I could maybe have a little more of a perk, more of a reason to let go of it in combat.
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense. I really liked it. I really liked it. I thought it went well. I would also agree it's a bit underpowered, but we also didn't really get to fully use it. Like, there was times that Arcana check. That Arcana check would have told you that, hey, it would have went up and talked to you and said, let me at him. But it didn't pass.
Oh, man.
Yeah, there was a lot of cool stuff that it just failed.
That I just rolled poorly for.
Yeah, the dice have its story.
They do. Well, we're hoping to one day have some guests on here that can roll way better than me. So
definitely.
Hopefully once they start showing up, once we have our first guest in December, then you'll start getting good rolls to see y'all. But right now, you just gotta deal with my... if I hit a 10, it's a good day, apparently.
Yes. Definitely. And you know what? We didn't even get into the mechanic of not being attuned, right? Because if, let's just say you failed, right? The snake wouldn't have been your friend. Yeah. And it would have made the dungeon a lot harder. Because if you didn't have passed it, it wouldn't have worked for you. Because
it would have been those DC checks every time, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you'd have to do the animal handling check to see if it listens to you. And then you'd have to do your dex save for everything.
I like that it is usable with or without attunement, though. I like that element of it and how like the attunement makes the use easier as opposed to it having to be attuned to use it at all.
Yes.
That's a cool factor. Yeah.
That's what I love to homebrew is attunements, because I've always hated the idea of, if you're not attuned, you can't use it. Then why did you give me this item?
Yeah, I usually kind of homebrew it in a way where, like, if they're not attuned, they can use it as, like, a regular weapon. But I like this even more, where you still had the opportunity to use its full potential, but you have to roll for it every time. So that's a cool concept.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
you used it really well as a second weapon, too. Oh, yeah, let us know how you think about it. Do you like it or do you not like it? Let us know. But I really liked how Rico used it as a second weapon. It was great, having it out, then whomping them. Having it out, whomping them. Like, that was a really good give and take.
I might have to implement this in one of the Break the Table other campaigns.
Do it.
This is a good one. Yeah.
Do it.
This
it's
might
dope.
have to come into either our final Roleplay Varied episode, or maybe I throw it at the new players on Saturday and have
new players. If you're watching, you might have an advantage. If you watched this stream, you might know its cool powers.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's great. Rico, you got anything to plug?
Yeah, just, the other stuff that we have going on here at Break the Table RPG. We have our new player table coming back this Saturday. Super excited. We have 4 awesome brand new players. We built characters 2 weeks ago, and they learned the basics of the game. And then this Saturday, I am taking them through a one-shot of my own making. Which is going to be pretty exciting, and who knows, if it goes well, this group might end up having a follow-up episode if they are, like, jamming, so we'll see. And then, also, we have on December 4th, we have our final episode of the first arc of Roleplay Varied. Roleplay Varied is our stage show, essentially. We're trying to do radio play meets role play, so the entire cast was in on story creation. However, we let the dice decide what happens, so there's a lot of improv, a lot of quick on the fly acting work by this cast. It's been really fun. We are a 100% BIPOC organization, all about redefining fantasy. So hit that follow button to keep up with us and see all the stuff we have coming up in the future. And of course, we have our Patreon up now as well, which is pretty awesome. You can see that
Patreon.
Yeah. So we're going to start doing our Patreon exclusive shows in 2021, which is going to be super fun, trying other types of games, including having a kids table potentially at one point in time. We're going to do celebrity showdowns and such. It's going to be a crazy time. I think that is most of the stuff that I have to plug at this point.
That's all I have to plug. Follow the Instagram. Follow Twitter.
Yeah, follow all below and are about. And you'll also see on our schedule on I think I'll put it on Thursday, I'll be back building our new player table. So come have a chat with me. That'll be Thursday, I believe, at 7, but I will. It'll be posted below.
It will. Great. All righty. I hope you all have a nice night and enjoy our Homebrew Buddy segment.
Yeah. Bye, everybody.
Bye.